Welcome. Today we're talking about the Riviera palette. She is a vacation in a box. First of all, she's made of coated canvas like a beach bag, like a tote that you would take with you to the beach. And it's got these beautiful navy and white stripe nautical theme that I cannot get enough of. She is literally a vacation in a box, and I'm wearing her on my eyes today. Let's take a look at her colors. She's beautiful. Really love this. This is something that is different from ABH, and I really love that they sort of went out there on a limb and did something different to what they normally do. Why don't we go ahead and jump into the gorgeous swatches. Let me bend this back so we can see our colors. Okay, this gorgeous creamy white right here is it's called Sails. Next up, this beautiful bronze color right here, that is called Yacht, and I found that color, that bronze color, to be very silky. It was a little less chunky than the other shimmers in the palette. Next up, this gorgeous turquoise that I'm wearing on my lids. It's called Seychelles. That gorgeous turquoise. This beautiful color right here is called Palermo. And then right next to that is this really unique blue duochrome-y sort of color called Seaside that I'm also wearing on my lids today. Next up, we've got Inheritance, which is a rich gold. She's beautiful, very creamy. And this gorgeous blue that I also have on my lids today is called Mediterranean. Mediterranean. This really lovely peach color is a great crease color, and it's called Estate. Right next to it, this really pretty mustard color, which is the crease color that I'm wearing today, and she's called Cabana. This coral color is Coastline, and this gorgeous hot pink, too late for my hot pink favorites, is Bahamas. Right next to it is Cabana, which I don't think this palette needed both Cabana and Bahamas. I think if you went into Bahamas with a light hand, you could definitely achieve this color right here that Cabana is. This gorgeous purple is Can. And this matte brown here is called Palm. Now this color, this gorgeous blue, is like a royal or navy blue that I would have really loved to see included in the palette instead of this. The brown color's fine because I see how you could go in with the brown and you could hit the crease with like the beautiful mustard color and some corals, and you know, the brown I'm not too mad at. But I think for sure this color Cabana that is so similar to Bahamas, you know, I think this color could have been skipped and she could have included a navy or royal blue like this. I just think that when you look at it with the other swatches, it just, a blue or a green matte would have really brought out the best in, you know, all of these shimmers here. But it's a gorgeous palette, nevertheless. So I'm gonna tell you about my thoughts about the palette and what I did on my eyes today. Okay, so I did use this gorgeous blue from my Urban Decay Basquiat palette, which, I'm sorry, is limited edition and not available anymore that I'm aware of. It's this gorgeous artwork from the artist Basquiat, inspired art, and this is the palette, and this gorgeous blue right here. This is swatched alongside the swatches from the Riviera palette, and you just see how a blue would have really, it would have really helped. Or even, you know, even a green, a teal color could have probably achieved something very similar. But I just think that in order to bring out the best of all these other colors, I just don't think that there's a matte. And because look, you have this light peach You have this mustard, you have this coral, you have a bright pink, then you have another bright pink that's just not as intense, and then this purple color, which is great, and then a brown. I mean, and I just think that that was a missed opportunity. But nevertheless, it's a gorgeous palette. I love it very much. This color Sales is beautiful. That's a really pigmented, great white for the inner corner. And so what I did today, I just went in, I did use this gorgeous mustard color, Cabana. I went in with this color into my crease. And I, of course, used my perennial favorite, my Worker 1. And I just went into this color right here, Cabana, into my crease and laid that all over the crease. And then I went and blended out with my Blender Pro. And I just blended out the line after I placed that color Cabana into my crease. And then I began to deepen up the outer corners with this gorgeous blue color from the Basquiat palette. And that color, by the way, is called Untitled. That's cute. It's called, the name of it is Untitled. And again, that's this gorgeous sort of royal blue that I went in. So after laying this mustard color into my crease, then I took some royal blue, and of course, green and blue and yellow make purple. I need a martini. I need something because my color wheel is not working in my brain. The blue and the yellow made green, made this kind of tealish color on the outer V of my eye. And so when I had the mustard into my crease and then just added the blue on the outer corner, behold, we get this gorgeous teal blue goodness. And after I had deepened up the outer V with that blue color, I went onto my lid with first seashells. I took seashells and I layered that color onto my lid, onto the outer part of my lid like this. I'm kind of redoing it just so you can see what I did. See how vivid and beautiful that is? Really pretty. Pretty and just stunning the way that it is. I'm gonna redo this one too, just so you can kind of see. So I put that on the outer part of my lid. And then I went in with Mediterranean right in the center, Mediterranean. And just place that right in the center of the lid, overlapping it. And then finally, in the very front third of my lid, I went in with this gorgeous color right here called Seaside. Seaside. And that is just such a beautiful, there we go, Seaside. So I use this, this, and this on my lid. So it's a combination of those three on different parts of my lid. And I have to say, there was no color in particular that I thought, was patchy or that had a particular problem. This sail color is a great matte white. And I really, really love that for layering that in the very inner corner. And that's what I did today. I just layered that into my inner corner. I'm just taking my Sonia G Crease One brush and just touching that up in the inner corner. I really, really love the look and how it turned out. And I thought that the palette was stunning, but I was disappointed, like many other people have said, that all of these beautiful shimmers, I just think that they could have been, they could have been really maximized by adding in a royal a beautiful blue like this would have really, instead of this color here, which is so similar to Bahamas, I think it could have replaced Bahamas, and it would have just been such a great addition to the palette. It would have really helped, you know, with those shimmers. And when you add, you know, this blue to the mustard, then you get this wonderful teal color. I mean, it just gives you that many more like really yummy, sumptuous summer options, you know, by adding in that matte royal blue. I think that would have just made, I think it would have made the palette perfection. But the truth of the matter is you can't argue with, you know, something that is as close to perfection as this palette really is. I mean, for what it is, you know, I'm going to go ahead and remove these swatches because we've gone over them and seen all the beautiful swatches. But my thoughts on the palette are that it's gorgeous, that it literally is a vacation in a palette. I didn't like the fact that these two colors stained my eyelids when I demoed the palette initially. But it's not a, you know, it wasn't a big deal to me. It wasn't like my eyes swell up or, you know, it triggered my eczema or broke out or had a problem. It was just eye staining. And the truth is, you know, after, you know, having washed my face and, you know, put on my products, then, you know, there was still pink on my eyes this morning. But it really just wasn't a big deal. It didn't really cause any irritation or problems. So, I mean, if you have very sensitive eyes and you tend to have problems, if something stains your skin, it also bothers your eyes, or you just have a problem with it staining your skin, which is very understandable, then I would not recommend using this palette, or I wouldn't recommend using those colors because there's that possibility there. But they all were pigmented and blended very nicely, and I just didn't really have a problem with any of them. I love the palette, and I'm very glad that I purchased it, and I really like the look and how it came out. I mean, you know, it's not like blue eyeshadow is like the most wearable look in the whole universe. So it's good to be able to have a wearable blue, a wearable teal look. I'm not exactly, one other thing that I really love about this palette is that you can very easily do a neutral eye. So not only can you get your fun summer looks, but you can definitely, it's got these really great crease colors in here, and maybe that's why Monte Carlo was included, because it is a great crease color. But I just think that with Estate or Coastline, you know, these are just really, they're very soft, they're very muted and kind of pastel-y, and they just make really great bases that play well with these shimmers up above. But just would have liked to see that gorgeous royal blue or navy blue in there to give the looks a little bit more dimension, a little bit more variety. But other than that, I mean, how close to perfection do you really want to be? This palette retails for $45, and it is available still at Ulta, on the Anastasia website, and on Sephora. I don't know where, I think it's also available on Beautylish. It is also available on Beautylish. I don't know where else it could possibly be available, but I really loved me some Riviera. I had a really great time with this palette and creating this look, which I really love it. The other things that I have on my face today, very quickly, are obviously the Basquiat palette, the blue color called Untitled. But there are so many palettes that have, you know, a nice royal blue. The other palette that I pulled out that I was thinking of using the blue from was this Lorac Pro palette. And there's a gorgeous matte navy in this palette. And I'm going to go ahead and swatch this one too, just so you can see. Ooh wee, that's so pretty. Lord. That's a really good navy, matte navy. That's a really good one. Let me just turn this around and get it together. There we go. That's like almost a blue black. That's a really nice navy color. But I did go ahead and go for this this blue in here. I'm gonna swatch it next to it, just so you can see the difference between, ooh, it's so pigmented. You really don't need that much. I kind of did a little too much there, but there you go. That royal blue. Oh my God, that's so stunning. That's such a beautiful blue. But you know, it's not like blues are hard to come by. It's not like it's hard to find, you know, a good quality matte blue that's, you know, either royal or more on the teal side, or, you know, more on the green side, or whichever you prefer. But I really think that, you know, to get the most out of this palette in terms of those colorful looks that you'll probably be going for if you bought this palette, you know, you probably would want to go ahead and get you a matte blue or matte green or something like that to really, you know, help get some dimension and some variety in those looks. But, you know, you can't complain with something that's so close to perfection, honestly. So that is the Riviera palette. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy my content. Please like, comment, and subscribe below, and I will see you on the very next one. Thank you.